What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. I know yesterday we said we'd be coming tonight with that all 22, but the all 22 actually didn't drop till about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes ago. So the all 22 show regarding Tua Tagovailoa and every drop back, that'll be coming tomorrow night, guys. So be on the lookout for that one, and it'll be coming a lot sooner in the evening than what this show or episode is going live at. It'll probably be coming around 9:30 at the latest tomorrow night. So be out on the lookout for that. I've already started chopping it up. It'll be coming tomorrow night, no problem. Every single drop back, including the scrambles of Tua Tagovailoa, all 22 review. Tomorrow night, Ball Game was going to join me tonight for the review. Obviously, the all 22 didn't drop, so hopefully Ball Game joins me tomorrow. Hopefully EM too is around and he'll join us as well. So that's going to be the plan for tomorrow, guys. We'll be right back with that all 22 review. So what's going on, Chad? Dej 88 rules. What's going on, buddy? Rhino Sith, Sean Jones, Larry, Omar Brown, Kieran, Scott Norman, Adam Cook, Joe Levesque, Havoc. What's going on, everyone? I hope everyone's having a good night, man. Let's see. Joe says all the haters that gave Dolphins crap, backtracking with two exceptions. Rich Eisen gave Tua love, and Rex Ryan never doubted Coach Flo's move to start Tua. Yeah, I mean, the haters in the communities and social media communities are backtracking too, right? It's pretty disgusting. What's going on, Ricky Tick, Durik, Roy Crosby, Joe B, Foxing around? How you doing, homie? So yeah, guys, like I said, tomorrow night, expect that all 22. That'll come. It'll be me, and hopefully I'll be joined by both Ball Game and EM tomorrow. I hope everyone is having a good night, man. I mean, I spent some of today letting people know what time it was on Twitter because, I mean, what's good, Finn's Dynasty? Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Yeah, I got it. I dropped a little gem last night, probably around 11:30, 11:40. And it was just basically, I'm done with this nonsense, man. All these frauds out here. I'm sick of it, man. I'm taking a stand. All of y'all that didn't want Tua. All of y'all that bashed the kid or attacked other fans over Tua. All of us who wanted Tua, let us enjoy this. Go ahead. Y'all can enjoy the win all you want. But don't come out here and start hailing Tua as the savior of this franchise and we found our franchise QB when y'all didn't even want him. Y'all didn't even want him. And some of y'all would make cracks about a 22-year-old kid with a hip injury. It's disgusting because now some of y'all are trying to get clout and make money off the kid. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting and disappointing to watch. All these people, y'all already know who coined the phrase flop like sandals. All of these people flip-flop like sandals. It's absolutely pathetic to watch, man. I got to let y'all know because even the homies Ball Game chimed in. Even the homie Richmond Webb, the legendary tackle, chimed in and agreed with me because it's disgusting, man. Yo, keep that same energy. All y'all out here now trying to clap and show that you love that, like, I always supported this kid. Nah, man. All of y'all that were calling him a bust because he wasn't the starter out of camp. Like, it's disgusting, man. And y'all don't even hold yourself accountable. And it's crazy because some of y'all can't even admit you're wrong. Instead of admitting you were wrong leading up to the draft, y'all are just turning around saying, oh, I was a fan of this kid. I always supported him. Blah, 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 blah. Or trying to say, oh, I've been a fan for this team for long enough. Like it gives you some kind of pass. Nah, B. Not where I come from. That's not how it works, man. Over here, we hold people accountable just like we hold players accountable. And it's absolutely pathetic, man. I got to get this off my chest, man. Because it's all those Josh Rosen truthers. Where y'all at? Y'all spent nights, hours, days arguing with fellow Dolphin fans, attacking fellow Dolphin fans. Herbert lovers, where y'all at? You spent days, nights, hours attacking, defending, and coming at us. And you know what? The Burrow people weren't even actually that bad. I don't know what it was, but the Burrow people were actually somewhat logical. Burrow people weren't that bad. But I'm telling y'all, and I know there's some of y'all that didn't want him because of the color of his skin. Let's keep it real right here, right now. So it's absolutely, to watch all these people, and I think all y'all know some of the people that I'm talking about. Y'all out here trying to make money off this kid's name now. Real talk. Y'all didn't want this kid. Y'all bashed this kid. Now some of y'all are out there legitimately trying to make money off your content, which the content is based off the kid you didn't want, and now you're gushing over him. Wow, some of y'all got no shame. No shame whatsoever. And like I said, y'all couldn't even admit you were wrong and then moved on with the situation. Nah, you tried to gloss over the fact you were wrong and sit there and be like, oh, I've been a fan of this kid, or oh, I support the team, so I support this kid now. So you got to give me a pass. No. It's ridiculous, man. You got people out here that are cracking, legitimate people that were out here cracking jokes about this kid walking up to the podium and breaking his hip when we drafted him. And now they're trying to make money off of the Miami Dolphins drafting him. How does that make any sense? It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And the person who it is, well, one of the people who it is, I'm sure they know exactly who the hell I'm talking to right now. Because I'll look you dead in your face, dead in your eyes, and I'll tell you you're pathetic right to your face. I don't got to be over the internet. And I'm sure when COVID lifts next year, when I'm coming down to Miami, I'll have the opportunity to do that. And you best believe I'll do that. I don't want to see none of that garbage, man. Keep that same energy. All these people are finding new ways to be fake. I've never seen this. They're like fake chameleons, bro. They just change their color so they can be a different color type of fake the next day. Then they change it the day after so they can be a new wave of fake than the day after that. It's bad enough some of y'all are kleptos, stealing ideas, stealing content ideas, stealing thumbnail ideas. Now y'all got to have no integrity and no dignity. You got to be back. You got to be flip-flopping like a pair of sandals. Where does it end with all of y'all? Where does it end with all of y'all? And the audacity of some of y'all to have alternate channels that has the word real in it when you're the furthest thing from it. I mean, give me a break. All right? Y'all didn't want to, so don't be out here now trying to praise the kid and make money off the kid's good name, man. Keep that same energy, B. That's all I'm going to say. And it is what it is, man. Yeah, there you go. Have it. Karma Chameleon right there, man. Man wears clown. Some of these dudes wearing clown makeup like their name was Boy George, too. It's ridiculous, bro. Exactly. Finn's Dynasty knows what's up. They're letting it known in the chat. Like, it's ridiculous. Some people out here made legitimate wonder videos. They made legitimate videos saying the Dolphins will not draft Tua because of his wonder lick. Now they're out here just because they wanted to fit their narrative, because they wanted to be right. They didn't care about the success of the logo. They cared about the success of their ego. And now look at this. Now let's make money off the kid. Like, pathetic, man. And I'll tell you right to your face, you're pathetic. And you don't want that smoke. So I know I ain't going to hear anything about that. So, I mean, yeah, Ricketick, real people are too harsh. You know why? Because the truth hurts. All right? That's it. And the worst thing is, yeah, for reason, forgive them. They know not what they did. Oh, they know what they did when they did it for like 9 months. It wasn't like this was like a 6 or 3 month thing. This is 9 months. Do y'all know I actually here? You want a real story? You know why I got involved in YouTube last October? Was because I heard nonsense and false evaluations, and I could tell these people had not watched film, were out here trying to tell all of y'all what the deal was with Tua Tagovailoa. So what did your boy Reason do? He said, nah, enough of this. Hopped into a StreamYard link for his first time and laid it down. My first words ever on YouTube were literally, if y'all want to talk about quarterbacks, I'm here. Let's talk about quarterbacks. That was literally my first words ever on YouTube. All right? And as far as I'm concerned, game 2, was right about Rosen, right? Was right about Ruddick running Rosen out. Looks like I'm going to be right about Tua. I mean, here you go. See, here's the worst thing. Y'all listen to someone who flip-flops and lies. Plus, on top of it, he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. That's the worst part of it. People don't listen to someone who lies who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, Jesus. Holy crap. Talk about the blind leading the blind. You got, like, literally Ann Keller out here leading people, Dolphin fans. Never mind just being blind. And Ann Keller, that might be a disrespect to Ann Keller by me comparing that person to them. Let's be honest with ourselves. Anyways, enough of that. Because they're all over the place, too. They're on Twitter. Shout out to Justin Pro Football Scouting Analysis. I showed him some stuff. All right? You got people out here being given titles today, all right, from the Miami Dolphins who didn't even want Tua and who, back in February, I was arguing with. You want me to keep it a real buck? Someone today was named the I guess ultimate fan or number one fan of the Miami Dolphins today or whatever. Yo, one of my first ever things, like involvements in Dolphins Twitter, was arguing with this guy in early February about Tua. Because he was saying the guy wasn't throwing yet. I'm not going to name the name. He knows who he is if he's listening. And then when I let him know, when I showed the clip of Tua when he was indoors throwing, guy started backtracking, started moving goalposts, and I basically let him know. I literally let him know if Tua Tagovailoa is a healthy, Chris Greer will make him a Miami Dolphin. Well, why did I say that? Because this guy had just finished saying basically that he was going to laugh and he was going to enjoy watching Dolphin fans lose their minds if we didn't draft Tua. Lo and behold, it was because he wanted to draft Jalen Hurts. But this guy was actually saying he was going to get off on watching Dolphin fans blow up on social media because we didn't get Tua. And today he got named the number one fan of the Miami Dolphins, apparently. What kind of world are we living in right now? Holy God. Please, man. Woo! I don't know what is going on right now with this life, but it is ridiculous, man. Holy. Oh, my God, man. And I'm not just going to out here. I'm going to keep it real, and I'm going to tell you how it is. And I'm going to call out the frauds, man. Sorry. Fraudulent behavior, got to be called out. Again, people trying to gain clout off Tua's name, got to get called out when you didn't want him. Now, hold on. If you were one of those people who was like, let me set this straight, though. If y'all were one of those people who were like, I'm concerned about his injury. I don't know if I want that kid. Cool. You're not involved. But if you're one of those people who were blasting other Dolphin fans, attacking other Dolphin fans, and creating division amongst the fan base over this situation, yeah, let all of us who wanted the kid enjoy this moment. You can go ahead and enjoy the win, but I don't want to hear nothing about Tua come out of your mouth if you didn't want this kid. Point blank, period. If you were ripping on this kid, attacking fans who wanted him, don't want to hear anything from you about this kid. Really don't want to. In fact, if you were one of those people, you're the last person on earth who should be saying anything about Tua. Know your role and shut your mouth, to quote the great Dwayne Johnson, is all I got to say with that. Especially if you're one of those people with false evaluations, you should really know your role and shut your mouth when it comes to that kid, because you didn't know what you were talking about. Period. And so that means you still don't know what you're talking about. So, and this is multiple people, guys. This is not one person right now. So I just want to clarify that. This is multiple people because it's sickening. All right? I love that 'twas the night before Tua thing that went around Twitter. Problem with that is a bunch of those people in that video didn't want the kid. Why are they in a video? Exactly. My point. I don't want to see this gaining clout off this kid when y'all didn't want him. It's disgusting. Stop. Be a man, admit you were wrong. Be a man or a woman, admit you were wrong. Totally wrong about this kid. And keep it moving. All right? I don't want this jockeying that's going on out here. It's disturbing. It's disturbing for real, man. Yo, I came out here like a man And I admitted Austin Jackson was playing like a number 18th pick when I didn't like the pick because I thought we could have got him in the 20s. I came out here and admitted that. I did. None of these other people be coming out here. Oh, I was totally wrong about Tua. Oh, what he showed me. I didn't see that here. None of that. No. Y'all now acting like you expected it? I miss me with that. Come on. So, it is what it is. But let's get into this, man, because yesterday for what video are you talking about, Foxing Around? What video are you talking about? Oh, Kanu, it's not just him, it's multiple people. Multiple people, not just one. But he was involved. He was involved because I mean, if that doesn't tell you all you need to know about a person's integrity and dignity, then I don't know what to tell you. Oh, Foxing Around, yeah, it was a night video. Yeah. It's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. Watching this video, half these people didn't even want this kid, and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, miss me with that. Yeah, I opted out. I would too, Foxing Around. I would too, bro. Fraudulence, man. You know? Yeah, Vic. The Tua Christmas video. Like, half those people, including the maker of the video, didn't want Tua. And the maker of that video, Vic, me and him got into it in February. I had totally forgot about it. And it was because he didn't want Tua, and he basically said to me, and I have the receipt, multiple people have seen it. He basically said to me that he couldn't wait for us to not draft Tua so he could watch Dolphins Twitter blow up and everyone basically have a conniption. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. The guy was basically saying he was going to get off on watching everyone get mad that we didn't draft Tua. I'm like, what kind of fan says that? Like, who says that, man? Like, I had a bad player evaluation on Josh Rosen, but did you ever hear me basically saying, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till he starts a bunch of games and he sucks and then we have to move him? No, you know why? Because the starting a bunch of games, that's a loss against my team. I'm gonna get enjoyment out of watching people losing. And that's what's wrong with it. That's bad. And we saw yesterday, Tua looks like he's the right option for this franchise. So you would get off on us not choosing the right option for this franchise? Ooh, I know hindsight is 2020, but just saying. Suspect. Chris Solo, will Callaway play Sunday? I don't know. That's a good question, brother. That is a good question. Yo, I just spent 20 minutes ranting. Let's keep it rolling. Yeah, Josh, bro. The real ones are EM, Reason, DW, Mr. Ballgame. Shout out to JoeyShotz. Shout out to Dante Collinati. Shout out to Grey One Devore. Shout out to Havoc because he got his channel rocking now. Shout out to all the people that are out there that are keeping it 100. So, Don says, I've been watching football since the late 60s, and Tua's anticipation and his accuracy is as good as any quarterback I've ever seen. Exactly. Vic, I'm Eastern, so it's currently 11:08. Yeah, Adrian, Kyle Krabs too. Travis Wingfield, though. Travis Wingfield is the homie. Really nice guy. He's as real as he is, man. He's a good dude. Joe B, I don't watch him, so I can't comment. Kieran asks, with Preston possibly out, do you see Merrick getting snaps? Well, from what I saw when I was looking at the snap count today, what he had was mainly special team snap. Do I expect his snap counts if he can show anything? Like, for example, it took Matt Collins a couple games to actually get a big chance, like how he did, right? So, because Merritt only had one snap. He only had one total snap, right? And it was just in run block. So, I'm not going to, sit here and I don't know what the plan is going forward for Kirk Merritt is. I I have no idea what I'm talking about on offense. He only had one snap and it was just in a run blocking situation yesterday. So he wasn't asked to do a whole lot. So I predicted 6 to 8 max. Yeah, JoeyShotz is dope. Oh, there's guys in the Dolphins media that are dope. Safid Dean, when we talked, was nice. When I talked to Barry Jackson, he was super nice. There's good people out there, man. For all the idiots, there's a bunch of good people. That's for sure. Like, I gotta say that, for all the idiots there are out there, there's a lot of good people out there. Kills says, I'm a big Maryland fan for college football. If for some reason Tua doesn't work out, then can we draft his brother, Taya? Taya Tagovailoa. If Tua doesn't work out, my friend, there's a lot more guys coming through the pipeline in the next 2 years that I would rather take. There's a lot I would rather take. Fox around says Omar got canceled after the X trade talks. Yeah, it wasn't a good look. Joby says, good news, Pats won't get Lawrence. Yeah, bad news is the Jets' chances increase. I just don't want him in here. Whether they work out with him or not, I don't want that in here. I don't want to deal with that. Guys, I dropped the link because I'm going to get into stuff. If some of y'all want to join me while I go through some of the recap and analysis, the link's there. Some of y'all want to talk a little bit before we get into the recap analysis about my rant, the link's there. Knock yourself out. But yeah, man, I guess, it's just, let me say this. You know what the thing is? Let me put it to you guys the simplest terms right now. Do you know how much hate? Do you know how many attacks? Do you know how many things were said towards us? Do you know how much pushback me and EM got? And I'm sure Houts got and all these other content creators that wanted Tua? You know what I mean? And we put up with this for, man, we put up with this basically till yesterday. Almost like over a year with me and EM, right? And so the problem is some of the people that were giving us that hate, giving us that pushback, they're the ones who have now turned around and done a 180. And they think that they can just do and say what they did to me and EM, and now they can turn around and support the kid and everything is just back to normal. No. If we hadn't got so much hate, pushback, I mean, for example, look at how much hate and pushback Zach Schaumler got for the videos he did about Josh Rosen. Look at it was ridiculous. And we got that same exact, but we obviously got it from Dolphin fans, and we got it worse because we're Dolphin fans. For some reason, Dolphin fans think if you're out on a kid evaluation wise, you must have some personal vendetta for the kid. Like whatever EM said about Rosen, that's on him. I never called Rosen garbage. I never called Rosen anything like that. I said as a quarterback, he's trash, but I never called Josh Rosen the player garbage because I don't know Josh Rosen the player. That's why every time I give my evaluation, this isn't personal. I would always preface it or say after, this isn't personal. This is all evaluation based. I don't know the kid. Don't know him from Tom, Dick, and Harry. Just don't. So it was all just evaluation based, but people take it personal. And then for Herbert lovers, for some reason, were worse than Joe Burrow pushers. I guess maybe because Joe Burrow pushers at least had tape in a case with last year. What you're seeing from Herbert right now, a lot of the scouts did not see there's, and well, he's not making a lot of throws, big boy throws outside the hash marks and stuff like that. So, I mean, that was on tape. But, I mean, I just want everyone to understand that's why people like me, EM, and all these other people are harping on it. Because, y'all don't know what we put up with for a year up until that performance yesterday. The pushback, the hate, the personal attacks that we all put up with, all because we wanted Tua and we were off Josh Rosen or we didn't want Herbert. All those little sects of people would come at us. They would say things, they would do things, whatever. And now they think they can just flip to our side after giving so much pushback, so much toxicity, and so much hate. Like, that's my problem. The toxic side of our fan base is now trying to wiggle their way in and be like, oh, no, we were down the whole time. When it's like, no, that's why you're the toxic part of the fan base. So, I mean, that's the whole thing about it, right? It's like it's literally like if we're all in a regiment. We all went to war. We lost some soldiers. We won the war. We won the battles. And then all of a sudden, these new conscripts come in who were against the war, protesting the war while it was going on. Now they come aboard when the war ends and they say, oh, we were for the war the whole time. Same exact thing. Literally perfect analogy for what these people are. So, not gonna sit here, not gonna give that stuff a pass, man. So again, drop the link. All y'all want to join. Let's get right into it. Guys, one of the most impressive things I think about this week 9 performance, when you actually look at things, was, you guys remember I've highlighted what the time to throw for Tua Tagovailoa was last week, right? Tua Tagovailoa was throwing in about 2.27 seconds. All right. It was clearly designed. They were getting the ball out quick because of how good the defense was they were going up against. Well, guess what happened this time around, guys? He was getting the ball out on an average time to throw of 2.63 seconds. He was getting time to throw. He's making good decisions. He was going through his progressions. The head twitchiness is on tape right now. Again, we'll be coming with that all 22 tomorrow. I know, Drew Boo. We'll be coming with that all 22 tomorrow. I'll be breaking down every single drawback of Tua Tagovailoa's day, including including all of his scrambles, etc. So, Baldinger's been a huge supporter, Vic, and so has Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen's the homie, man. Rich Eisen's homie, and that's why, because I was telling people about Tua. One of the reasons I was so sold they were going to take Tua was because of, Rich Eisen's the one who told the story about Chris Greer at the 2018 draft in Atlanta, going around and telling anyone who would listen. Greer was going around telling anyone who would listen that we were drafting Tua Tagovailoa given the chance. So, yeah, I know, Tombstone Rosen's so good he's not even on anyone's roster. That's the thing. They were like legitimate division, and people legitimately hate each other all over Josh Rosen. And I'm not just talking YouTube. I'm talking like Twitter, whatever. So Facebook. There's legitimate people who hate each other in our fan base, all because of Josh Rosen. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in for a minute that, not only could people not evaluate the kid properly, they went ahead and started hating on people, and they hate people and have people hate them, all because they backed up a faulty evaluation on Josh Rosen. Let that sink in for a sec. That's mind-blowing. Like, Jesus, people actually drew line in the sand over Josh Rosen. This isn't Dan Marino we're talking about. So, yeah, one of the most impressive things about Tua, when you look at what he did yesterday and that offensive line, when you look at this offensive line as a whole yesterday and what they were able to do, they were quite good. Even though we don't know whether it was a benching or injury that led to Solomon McKinley, though it is being reported it was a benching, but that's from the media guys. When you go look, because here's the thing, Solomon McKinley did not allow a sack, a hit, a hurry, or a pressure. Austin Jackson and Robert Hunt were the ones who struggled yesterday. Guys, it was not Solomon McKinley that was struggling, like I keep telling all of y'all. Hunt was struggling again, and Solomon McKinley was just a byproduct of it. Robert Hunt, again, allowed a sack, okay? He allowed a hurry, and he allowed 2 pressures, and Robert Hunt had a penalty. Austin Jackson had a rough coming back. He allowed a sack, 3 hurries, and 4 pressures. So, yeah, Tua had about 2.5 minutes to throw, but the pressure was coming yesterday. Again, we'll see it from the all-22 when I break it down for all of y'all tomorrow night. Because, again, the all-22 guys, it did not come out until about 9 p.m. Eastern, just after 9 p.m. Eastern. So I couldn't start cutting it up and stuff like that, get it ready. So we'll be doing the review of every single Tua Tagovailoa drop back tomorrow night. But, I mean, it's clear, even with the pressure allowed, whether he was making the time himself or the time was being allowed, he showed that shiftiness. He showed that maneuverability in the pocket. You could tell he was working on picking up the feeling and how quickly the pockets are closes in around him. And that's why you saw him a little bit more comfortable in terms of stepping up, ducking, diving, and dodging tackles. You saw that athleticism. I mean, Colin Cowherd, Tua just proved to you he got more wiggle than Australia. I don't know what you want else from this kid to show you. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely great showing from the rookie quarterback, even with, like I said, pressure allowed, because there were 3 sacks total, and the other sack guys, it was charged to Salvon Ahmed in the pass blocking game. Now, Salvon Ahmed isn't exactly the strongest guy in the world, but he did allow a pressure and a sack. So he did kind of balance it out where he had a pretty good game on the ground. But like I said earlier, for everyone wondering, Kirk Merritt, guys, he only had 1 snap yesterday, and it was in a run blocking situation. So, when you look at the allowed pressure, guys, yesterday we allowed 11 total pressures. Okay, we allowed 4 from Austin, 2 from Robert Hunt, 1 from Salvon Ahmed, 1 from Gesicki. Jesse Davis allowed 2 pressures and 2 hurries because he was moved around. Durham Smythe allowed a pressure and a hurry as well. So, we allowed 11 pressures, 8 hurries, and 3 total sacks from the offensive line, which is crazy because if you go back, we only allowed 4 pressures against the Rams, and 3 of those were from Aaron Donald. And I think we can all agree the Rams are not only a more powerful, explosive line, they're also a more intelligent one than what we faced yesterday. So going to have to keep the good thing is we don't have a defense like the Rams coming up, but we're going to need to see a little bit of a better performance moving forward. Let's get those pressures back down into the single digits, not into the doubles, right? I think we can all agree with that because it's not going to be good moving forward if you continue to allow so many pressures. What's good, homie?
What's going on, guys?
How you feeling, bro?
Good. I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube today about everyone's takes on Tua and how he played yesterday. It was kind of entertaining to see these people saying all these nice things and seeing their face, how you could tell they're getting eaten up inside because they got exposed,
Yeah, it's the backpedaling was in full force today, bro.
I don't know how else to say this because I can't remember her name. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but the Asian lady,
Nina Kimes.
Yes, you could tell she's talking about Tua, but she's thinking in her head like, "Man, I called this offensive line really bad." There's no way a quarterback plays like that where the offensive line is bad.
I agree.
They can be average or good, but not bad.
Yep. I agree 110%. And you saw Dan Orlovsky backtrack today, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Respect to him.
At least he stood up and took it on the chin, bro.
He apologized, personal.
At least.
Yeah.
Now, where are the Rosen truthers and where are the Herbert people and where are the anti-Tua people that follow them? Where's our apology, Rhino?
Can I tell you a little secret? They don't think they're wrong. They don't think they're wrong. I'm telling you straight up. They don't think they're wrong because we had one the other day backstage, and he was telling us how he still wasn't being treated right, Rosen, and if he got another chance, he'd be proven right. Bro, come on. How many times? How many times does he need? Yeah. He has the best hot tubs, though. I'll give Rosen that.
Yeah. Okay. And he knows how to stand on a sideline really well.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, 11 pressures. I still would like to see that number get down, especially when we only allowed 4 last week to a much better defense. I would like that number to get down a little bit. But then again, we haven't seen their grading scale, so we don't know how many of those are self-induced pressures from Tua, from him stepping up. You know what I mean? Do they count the step ups and the move outs? Who's that pressure on, right? Like I got to see some. I gotta see some numbers here. What's going on, Pyro?
What's up? What's
Pyro?
up, man? It's good to be back.
Victory Monday, bro. How does it feel?
It feels good to watch ESPN, all them, watching them eat crow, and then Kyle Hurd, man, backtracking like a QB.
He kind of did.
Man.
He
was dancing around the subject.
Yeah, he tried to make it now about a coach and a player. You know what I mean?
He said, well, the defense that Kyler Murray faced was the Miami Dolphins, and they're very, very good.
And guess what? So I watched Undisputed. I couldn't wait for that one, right? Shannon Sharp, he's a Tua fan, he gave Tua his props. But Skip, oh boy, Skip, my boy Skip.
What did he say? I didn't see today. Actually,
was like every time Shannon's like, so what about Tua? Didn't Tua impress you? He was like, yeah, but Kyler had more yards and more.
The question was how they framed it was who played better, implying individually. That was the implication.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I gotta say, for his second, I think you're talking about Kyler in his second year, in his eighth game in his second year. We're talking about Tua in his second game ever.
And that's what Shannon said. That's what Shannon said. And I was like, oh my God,
okay.
Shannon, please. I was like, bro, the points we was making on this show about Tua being injured, he didn't have like a year to play, and he didn't have no offseason, no proper offseason. That was Shannon was bringing up. And I was like, my God, Shannon is fucking smart. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, this guy is bringing, and then Skip. I mean, he's just brushing it off and always bringing up the stats. I'm like, dude, this is his second. And then Shannon's like, bro, but it's his second game.
Yeah, but the difference is that Skip is trying to annihilate Tua. Shannon is saying Kyler is also amazing.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
So it sounds like me. Shannon sounds like me, basically.
Yeah,
he's giving Shannon.
How are you going to Kyler and not he's amazing? Props. It's just not possible. The guy's an incredible quarterback.
Yeah, he gave Kyler his props, but he's also saying like, hey man, Tua in his second game playing this good. He's like, bro, you have to notice that. Yeah. That's what Shannon was saying.
Shannon's argument was Tua won, Kyler didn't. That's his argument.
And again, Tua is the one that led us into a field goal range. It's not like we got the turnover and then we just kicked a field goal. He had to drive us down.
Exactly. And even if they made the field goal reason, they were going to get the ball back with a minute.
Yeah.
We were going to win, dude, no matter what. I don't care what anyone says. We're winning that game, period.
And we had 2 timeouts. Don't forget that.
It's enough.
Let's hop into this. I don't know if you guys saw it today, but I'll bring it up because I did show some numbers on Twitter today. When you look at the offensive grades, Preston Williams was your number one graded receiver according to PFF, 89.6, but he only played a total of 17 snaps by the end of it, right? And there were 61 total snaps for the offense. Eric Flowers was their second highest graded at 88.5. Mike Hollins was your number 3 graded offensive player, and now these 3 offensive players are actually your top 3 graded players overall for the Dolphins this week. Mac Hollins is in the top 3. I just showed you the stats on Austin Jackson, and somehow he ended up with a 74.8 grade. Guys, someone at PFF has got to start explaining these things to me because the guy allowed 3 hurries, 4 pressures, and a sack, and somehow he has a better, I don't get it, guys. He has a better grade than Solomon Kinley, who allowed absolutely nothing in the passing game. They must have some run game grades that I don't know about, but Kinley only gets a 62.6. I have no idea. I mean, Austin Jackson gets a 68 pass block and a 77.3 run block, yet Kinley gets an 80 pass block and a 58, so 10 points less on the pass block, but he's 3 points higher, and yet he is, 12 points less than Austin Jackson. I don't know with them. Like if it was a 69, I would get it, or like a 70, I would get it based off the 58 balancing out the 80.
Well, they have
But 70 and 68 balancing out a 77 somehow only is a 3-point drop.
I don't understand the Parker and Tua one. I don't even comprehend that.
I don't know what their grading scale is for passers. Again,
Well,
Their tackle was on the right side, not the left side of their uniform. What the hell, dude?
we all know they don't watch the all 22. So
well, yeah, this stuff comes out before the all 22 does. That's
Yeah,
what your problem is.
that's why it's all over the place right now.
Will they watch the all broadcast?
And I know, and I'm pretty sure you start off like a run block. You start off with a 60. So Salvin Ahmed obviously got blown up in the run game because that's why they dropped him down to a 50. But you start off like that's why Tua has a 60. They start off at 60. That's your base to start off at.
It has to be a run blocking situation for the linemen for them to be rated so low. It has.
Yeah,
to
but
be.
but I'm just saying, like, if you look at the math, if you compare the math from Solomon Kinley 80 to 58, all right, so 22-point differential, right? But all of a sudden that leads to 18 points lower than the 80,
Yeah.
where you got Austin Jackson 18, and that's a 9-point differential, and it only leads to a 3-point drop. I'm just saying the math kind of doesn't add up, because if we're going like a third, it only ends up of a third, right? A third drop. I don't understand, because they only took away 3 points if you actually average it out, right?
If you can't explain it, I know I can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then you go to Kinley here again, 22 points. So what's a third of that, right? So a third of that is just over 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he should be in the low 70s, like I said, right? Based off
Right.
their thing, he should be a 73 or lower. He shouldn't be sitting there at a, I don't know. I got to see the grading scale, bro. Like, what's going on here? This guy's out here like trying to pass this stuff off. Anyways, there is your offensive grades. Take them for what they are. You already know the discrepancies I've had with them this season. So, especially with the offensive line. So, it is what it is, guys. PFF, if you're listening, we want to see the criteria, and for your sake, I would release them after the all 22 comes out, guys. And then let's see. Let's keep it moving here. Defensive side. Here is your defensive grades for the week. Shaq Lawson was your highest grade defender with a 74.8. Brandon Jones on 15 snaps with a 73.8. Like, see, here you go. Here you go. How does he have a 30.1 tackling, but he still ends up in the 70s? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about that. All right, so Andrew Van Ginkel again was very highly graded, like he was last week. Last week he was one of our higher graded defenders. Bobby McCain and Nick Needham rounding up your top 5. Jason Strobridge, who saw 12 snaps, he lands basically almost right smack dab in the middle. But here is something for us to talk about. Byron Jones allowed 2 touchdowns. Okay. As you can see, he allowed 6 receptions on 6 targets, right? For 116 yards. And then you come down all the way here, Xavier Howard, the man who allowed 3 receptions on 5 targets for, again, only 58 yards, but the flags.
Half of them are bullshit, though. Half of them are BS, man.
Made him your lowest graded defender of the day. I mean, Landon Roberts, too, who made plays yesterday. Again, they continue to crap on him. Jerome Baker. Am I really surprised? No, I'm not. Kamuga Hill, again, I did see him miss some tackles.
He looked bad, yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of agree with that. But, like, look at Emmanuel Ogbah. In what world does Emmanuel Ogbah have a 53.6 grade yesterday?
The one where he makes the game-winning drive in the first quarter.
Unbelievable.
Bro, I think they're a little too harsh with their grading just because he didn't get his hands on Kyler Murray a lot. But you gotta realize the man is quick, fast.
Yeah.
It's hard to tackle that. I mean, get a sack on that guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta realize that the man is a man of that size, Ogba size, is gonna be tough to catch somebody of Kyler Murray's size, especially how quick he is. The dude is legit, man.
Yeah, and I mean Ogba. I mean, you got a guy who had 2 pressures, three tackles, 4 stops, a forced fumble, but he ends up with that grade. Explain that one to me.
Man, the strip sack alone should have boosted his grade.
Yeah, I know. I agree. How's it going, man?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, man. My bad. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time.
Oh, no worries, dude.
It's cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, man.
Who is that, Ian? I mean,
I
No,
feel like,
his name is Uncle Slap.
yeah, man. I want to slap some of these guys, man. Some of these guys on TV, man. Some of these guys on TV deserve to get slapped, dude. Clearly, Tua had a better game than Kyler. He throws that pick. Byron pulls it in. That's less 30 yards and 2 turnovers. I mean, it makes a difference. I mean, that's like a freak accident that dude rips it out of his hand. And honestly, I don't call it a touchdown because it just doesn't. To me, it makes no sense. That rule makes no sense.
Yeah, I think because when he got control of it, he was already out of bounds. I don't know.
I don't even feel like he had control of it. I mean, it just was weird.
But he was out of bounds already. He was already out.
Or y'all talking about the Daniels catch?
Yeah.
Like the luckiest thing in the world.
Yeah, he's already out of bounds.
He throws it. He didn't even look. It wasn't even a good throw. It was just like, yo, I'm gonna throw it up and
yeah, it wasn't a good throw at all. It was not a good throw.
And bad decision too.
And you know what, Uncle? You know what, Uncle? I saw someone today. Shout out to the homie Sorty. He hit me up because this guy, CIAN, he's got like 38,000 followers. Cyan or whatever the hell this guy's name was. He was in I think he was in like a Valencia jersey in his profile picture, the soccer team. Anyways, he was trying to rip on Tua, or he was trying to make it look like that Tua throw to Matt Collins was a bad throw. And I was like, what are you talking? I'm reading this, and he's trying to say, oh, he didn't lead him with the pass. He threw it at the defender's head. So I said to Sorty, because Sorty was the one in the middle of them, so I gave Sorty the ammo. I said to Sorty, watch Mac's feet. That's why he threw it where he threw it. If he threw that ball high or led Matt Collins is going out of bounds, and that's not a touchdown. And Tua also recognized the defender wasn't going to be turning his head. He was taking the body, so he could throw the ball there. With Kyler, he threw the ball there with the defender turned to the ball. That's a bad throw.
That should have been a pick.
That was a bad throw, man. Yeah, I agree with you. If it was X, it was a pick. Byron's not strong enough. Like Daniels looked like
minimum. Byron got burned.
Yeah, but Daniels looked like a man against a boy. Byron looked like half of his body size, like in terms of like inside. Like if you put him up against Byron, Mike Daniels looks like he'd be like a truck width wider than Byron Jones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that should have been X.
Yeah, we wanted Rowe or X in that situation because they probably would have came down with it. And then I don't know if you heard Byron talk about it. He said, I didn't come down with it on the angle I took. He basically kind of blamed the angle he took for not being able to come down with it.
At minimum, that should have been an incomplete pass.
Well, that's what I was saying, Uncle. I was saying, yo, bat it down. If you don't think you can make the play, or if he starts trying to take away from you, all you do is you use your power to like grab and push. So if you don't get it, you just push it out.
I don't believe that guy is talented enough to make that catch without Byron Jones stopping that ball. How about that? Like, meaning he made the catch for the guy.
Yeah. If Byron,
I don't think that guy is. Yeah, he's not talented enough to make that catch.
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, Hunter. And you know what's funny? I didn't think it was a touchdown, and then when you watch the slow motion, that's when you're like, oh, man, he comes down. He has possession when he rolls onto his back out of bounds. And that's why I was like, yeah, it's a touchdown.
But it's flawed. That rule is flawed because, and then if that's a touchdown, Herbert's last throw is a touchdown. And the pick from the Ravens is not a complete pass. I mean, that rule is like some way for them to mess up the game. You know what I mean?
Well, you want my honest opinion, Uncle? Either the NCAA should go 2 feet in, or the NFL should go 1 feet in, like how it is in college. These kids, like get everyone acclimated to it coming out of college, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's fair for receivers. And if you want, like, you grow up your whole career only having to get 1 foot in, then all of a sudden you come in now, you got to get 2 feet in.
Yeah.
So I do kind of, 1 foot should be enough. Like, and it's crazy because think of it. They either want 2 feet or they want like 1 shin or 1 hip. And that's good enough. Like,
or a butt.
It makes those, or a butt. It makes those sense,
any other
man.
body part. Any other body part equals that. Yeah.
Or the forearm. Yeah. If they come down with the forearm first and then go out. Like, and
even the wrist.
It's like, it's weird, man. Like,
it could be your wrist. Yeah. Your wrist.
Yeah. It's all over the place with what their expectations are, man. So, but I agree with you. Byron, if Byron didn't, that's what I said. I said you're not a ball hawk. Bat it down, man.
Yeah, but it also changes the stat line on Murray. Like, it changes the stat line and it matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets 2 turnovers, less 40 yards. Plus, he went for it on 4th down 4 times. Tua never went for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
7 points are gone.
That matters. That matters. Another valid point that nobody brings up is Tua never had anybody touch his ball. None of them. None of the defenders touched any of the balls that he threw up.
Yep.
They were all clear.
He was going through his
beautiful passes, crisp.
You're right, and they were covered. The receivers were covered.
Yeah, I brought that up yesterday. The one thing I said to everyone is, I said, yeah, he's got incompletions, but here's the thing you can say about every incompletion, other than that one running out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't put anything in harm's way when he was throwing over the middle of the field. When he was keeping the ball in bounds in the green, the ball was safe.
Fellas, that little one that he was running out of bounds scared the shit out of me, though. That was a rookie mistake. He should have threw that way over a guy's head. He should never
he was too relaxed.
He had 2 rookie mistakes. I felt like was that one and the intentional grounding. Was 2 rookie mistakes, but other than that, the kid was clean. He had 2 bad passes. I would say the touchdown to Shaheem. Oh, was it Shaheem? It was one of the tight ends that was wide open. He could have got a sub.
Yeah.
And then there was another one towards the end of the game on the sideline that he could have made also. That would have been to Gesicki for like 6 yards, and would have before he threw it to Grant for the 9 yards. You know
what I like about the intentional grounding though? There's good in that because we got what we wanted. He wasn't trying to overextend a play. He tried to end the play because nothing was there, and he didn't want to take the pressure.
If you notice, that's like a Brady move because Brady.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm sorry to put him on blast, but EM, all he could talk about yesterday when me and him talked privately after the game was Tom Brady. Compared when he's talking about Tua, in terms of what they're going to be asking of him to do. Look at what Tua did. Tua beat them yesterday by taking what the defense gives him. Who made a Hall of Fame career and won championships off doing that?
Tom Brady, man.
Tom Brady, and that's where Brian Flores comes from. He'll make the big throw when you ask him to, but other than that, he'll beat a team by just taking what they show him.
Yeah, you don't have to be flashy. I don't.
You are Pyro. Remember when they made the move to Fitz? I told everyone, why are they making the move? Because a rookie tends to take what the defense gives him, doesn't make bad decisions, and doesn't force the balls, which is the errors they were having with Fitz. And when you're in the middle of the playoff race, you can't have that. You want a game manager. You don't want someone who could make you cringe even if they don't come down with the interception, right? You don't want to have a cardiac arrest on the sideline.
Turnovers. Can't have turnovers.
Exactly, and dumb decisions. You know what I mean? Turnovers that can be avoided. You know what I mean? And Tua is exactly like what Uncle Slap was talking about there. It looks like he is what we said he is in terms of he's smart. Like, this guy has the greatest collegiate touchdown to interception ratio of all time. That's not by Saban's design.
In the SEC. In the
SEC. And that's not by Judy's design. That's not Ruggs' design. That's Tua.
I still feel like they got the chains on the kid. I feel like he would throw more tubs. Like they should, they don't want to stat whore him. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to take what's available and not put too much on his plate. But I think the kid even got more. Like,
yeah,
that's how I felt watching I'm 35 years old, man. I've been a Dolphin fan for a long time. And I've been through a lot of heartbreak, man. I live in New Jersey, dude. This is bad. This is Jets country. This is all these Boston guys, all that. This is terrible to be a Dolphin fan over here. But I've been sticking up on it now, man. And now I feel excited that I watch him touch the ball. Every time I watched him touch the ball yesterday, I felt like we had a chance to score.
Yeah.
That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah. Bro, that was a different feeling, man. I was like, dang, is this how it feels?
You know what, Uncle? I recognize that too. And today I actually thought about it even more. And I was trying to think about the last time I felt that way. And there's only one season where I felt that way, other than when we had Ricky here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the season where we had the unicorn line and Jay Ajayi.
Yeah,
that was 16. Yeah, that was the only other year other than when we had Ricky here that I was like, okay, we can score on this drive.
But it wasn't because of quarterback play.
No, because even back then it was like Tannehill, Ajayi, the weapons, and the line. Yesterday it was like, okay, Tua. You know what I mean?
I feel like the kid can carry it. I feel like it's not too much for him. I think he has ice in his veins. I really do. I believe that. If he doesn't get injured,
said, right? You heard what Flores said post game. He said Tua showed us that nothing's too big for him.
He's carrying a culture on his back, man. He's carrying an entire culture.
Yeah, man. What were you gonna say, Pyro? I know you were gonna say something.
No, I was saying that during the 2016 season, man, when we found out, like the injury reports that I think it was when the unicorn line, I can't remember the names. The left tackle,
Brandon Albert,
right? I remember every time I seen Brandon Albert coming back, I was like, yes, 200 yards again.
Yeah, Tunsil left guard.
Yeah, Pouncey in the middle.
Pouncey, in the middle. And we had,
what's his name that went
James on the right?
Yeah, the one that went to Denver. Yeah,
and what's his face was the right tackle.
The guy that went to Denver, right? Juwan James.
No, who's the right guard?
Yeah, I can't remember the right guard.
Hello. Dang. Oh my God, I had it at the tip of my tongue.
James. No. Bushrod.
Yeah, it was Bushrod.
Randy called it.
Yeah.
Bushrod.
Yeah. That line was good, man.
Yeah, he was from the Bears, right? Bushrod was from the Bears.
Yeah,
I remember that Steelers game, bro. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, man. But then Tannehill got hurt, dude.
And then the Matt Moore show. And here's another thing. Remember how many fans wanted us to make Matt Moore the franchise quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, bro,
they must be the Rosen people. They
are.
Bro,
they are.
Rhino, run it. I'll be back in 1 sec, okay?
Dude, I don't know how people can be like that, but they're out there, dude.
Dude, you know what it is that they don't trust their eyeballs.
Bro, but Matt Moore at that time, he was just like Fitzpatrick in terms of gunslinging. You'll love him, he'll make the big plays, right? And then all of a sudden he'll turn it over like 3 times in the game, and then all of a sudden, we need to bring back Tannehill. We need to bring back. I was like, guys, we already said just keep Tannehill in here. Why the heck would you want Matt Moore?
Because I understand why he went up to the Buffalo. He led the team to a win. I understand all that, but that's not about a franchise's future and what's good for it.
Yes.
Well, guys can win. This is the National Football League. If you're there, you belong there, whether you're going to be a starter or you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you start enough games, you're going to have a good game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just true. Like, but you have to pass my eyeball test. And it's like the eyeball test it just tells you when the guy just has it. Like Kyler Murray has it. You know that for a fact. You look at him, he makes plays. I think Tua has it from what I seen yesterday. The first game he wasn't needed. They had the chains on him. They didn't put him out there to get hurt. They was real cautious with him.
And the
But I
defense
feel like the
was
media-
scoring. The defense was scoring too. So
Yeah, I feel like the media had a lot to do with him coming out and slinging this rock the way he did, because they gassed him. They was like, "Oh," and he must have went to coach and been like, "Yo, you know what I mean? Put me out there
Yeah,
for real."
man,
Like,
especially Cowherd, bro. I couldn't. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Talking about no wiggle. I'm like,
Oh.
dude, have you
well, he
seen?
changed his tune. He changed his tune today.
Yeah. Freak him.
He's going. Is the more Tua plays, the more people are going to change their tune. If we don't give respect because we Dolphin fans, man, we haven't sustained the heat. You know what I'm saying? We rip off these next 4 in a row. Nobody in the AFC gonna want to play us. Nobody.
All I want, Uncle, I just want them to stay on that side of the fence. I'm dead serious about this. Stay on that side of the fence. I don't want you guys over here on this train, on this bandwagon. Stay over there. I don't want any fake Dolphin fans. I don't want to be like the Patriots when we got some fake fans in here. Don't know the history of this team like that. Stay over there, please. We don't need this. We don't need no more toxic people here.
But I feel like we need to have some excitement behind our team, because I'm raising 2 little Dolphin fans, man. One's 11, one's 5. These boys love it. I don't want them to go through the same thing I went through, you know.
I don't think they're going to, dude. I think we have our guy.
No,
I think so too.
Like you said about the eye test, I think the eye test tells us all that.
It gives me the goosebumps, man. Talking, I mean, you know what I mean? I just waited for so long.
But you know what, man? We have our guy as in quarterback.
It seems that way.
Coach.
It seems that way. Yeah,
it seems that way. I
mean, I'll keep it realistic. It seems that way.
I mean, because like I remember Gase, I remember Tannehill. There were times there that I felt we were there too.
Yeah,
we didn't see the future. I mean, you can't see the future, but Flores doesn't seem to be that type of head coach. He's level. He's calm.
He's not the type that would have hiccups, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like
when I say that is when you remember during the even in 2016 season, we was playing down to competition. You remember? I think.
No, I don't remember that. I remember we were surprised when we beat Pittsburgh and we beat the Titans.
No. I'm talking about. I think it was after 2016. I'm talking about 2017.
Yeah. That's where everything changed.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, you know, and this goes back to the Joe Philbin era. We was playing down to competition. For example, when we played the Jets, we had to do was win that game and we'll be in the playoffs. Remember that? And we played down to competition. We let Geno Smith look like a freaking Hall of Famer out there. And I remember, man, and it happened twice, back to back years. That happened twice. I was like, please, for the love of God, fire Philbin, because he's not the guy. Oh, well, you see,
that's because we were working off a hope.
I was a little queasy. I couldn't figure out. Freak this guy.
So, how do you guys feel about going into games now and being favored rather than being the underdogs?
I'd rather be an underdog, honestly.
Me too.
The Chargers are coming to town, and I think we're 2.5 points favorites. So that's really not being favored. We should get 3. So it's kind of an even game, really, when you think about it.
We're gonna eat him up, bro. We're gonna eat Herbert up. I don't
want us to sleep on him because Chargers have been playing decent football. I just don't want us to sleep on them.
Yeah, but they can't win, bro.
Yeah,
I know, but still, though, you can't.
I'm calling 2 or 3 turnovers for Herbert.
I'm calling the same, and I'm calling him to go way under 300.
Yeah.
I kind of.
Good.
I think we're gonna make him look like Jared Goff out there.
Dude, the worst thing that could have happened. For Justin Herbert was X and Byron have their worst games of the season and uncharacteristic bad games, because now they're going to be looking to bounce back against him, and that's going to be the worst thing possible for a rookie quarterback, man.
You know the reason Flores is going to be grilling them. Like, hey, man, you got to play up. You got to play better than that. Can't be playing like that. I'm telling you, Flores is going to be on them, and they're going to be on themselves. But like you said, ooh, man, if they play angry,
that's what's going to happen, Pyro. I think they're going to be playing angry, and good luck to you, Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
and here's the other thing: even though we won, boys, That defense still allowed 31 points. You think they're happy about that?
No.
And I hope. I'm sorry. I don't want him to get hurt or nothing. You know what? Another thing's going to happen. They're sick of seeing mobile quarterbacks, and you got a bit of a slower, bigger target coming their way this week.
Yeah.
I hope they absolutely light him up like a Christmas tree, bro, when he starts running out of the pocket, man.
Yeah, because Herbert is slow as hell.
Yeah, like give me one of those. McCain, I want to see one of those Balaj career-ending hits, bro. Like, lay it on Herbert, bro. Take him out, man.
Yeah, hopefully we can get the running game going. You know, don't give Howard the ball, please.
And that's another thing. Look at their running game. Eckler, I don't know if he's going to be back next week, but they're giving Balaj snaps over UCLA rookie, a guy who I wanted, Joshua Kelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Like, what are they doing over there? Good luck to them.
No. Let them. Don't try to make them fix it. Let them have Balaj. Hopefully Balaj don't play mad or nothing. Like,
Yo, Pyro, imagine Bobby sitting single high just waiting for Balaj.
Oh my God! Stop!
Balaj is gonna be mid-run, stop and have a stroke because he's gonna have.
Bro. No, here's my ideal scenario.
Bro.
Here's my ideal scenario. Bobby lights him up, right, and then just like in training camp, Flores runs to them in the middle of the field. Bobby, are you okay? I'm gonna die, bro. I'm gonna die.
Anthony Lynn runs out and says, "Kalen, you're cut."
I'm gonna die, bro.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yo, I want to see Bobby end his career on national television. Never mind in training camp, bro.
God.
Let's go.
Bobby scared me last week. I thought he was injured.
I thought that was a dirty hit.
He started pointing at his knee, man, and I was like, "Oh no, he tore something." No,
It was his ankle.
Bro.
It was his ankle. I have no idea how his leg.
I was like, "Yo, call Earl Thomas right now, please."
Yeah, you see how it almost like hyperextended the way.
He's very lucky that the cleats didn't dig into the ground.
Yeah, man, that would have been.
That's what I thought happened, Rhino, with the
Yes, sir.
again. And his
it was
that's
awkward.
what I thought happened.
But
I still don't know how he didn't break that leg in half, though.
Luckily,
Thank God.
Thank God he lifted up off the ground.
And it's not even about Bobby McCain. It's we got no depth behind him.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, "Yo, call this any safety right now."
You believe that we're actually like worried about losing Bobby McCain and safety?
Yeah, I know. Eh? Who would have thought, bro?
What the hell?
Jeez.
Hey, Bobby playing.
I'm sorry. When we get
well.
to the point, I'm worried about Jerome Baker and losing him. That's when we got issues, bro.
Yes.
Bro. And Roberts, shout outs to Roberts, man. After that choke slam, bro, he probably watching this stream and was like, these guys just joking on me. I ain't gonna let this slip.
Something broke loose, Pyro. Something broke loose in there. Something got fixed.
And PFF keeps taking a steaming hot dump on him too, bro.
I don't know why, bro. Because he showed up.
He's been making good.
Oh, and guess what? That fourth down,
play.
Dude, that play last week. No, the fourth down.
That was Siler. That was actually Siler that stopped him.
That play last week where he like just drove through the run block and then just hit the ball carrier in the backfield. I was like, wow.
And then he did it again.
Gap like a gangster, man.
Yeah.
Bro, he did it again in the red zone.
About time.
I don't think we talked enough about Kinley, to be honest with you. That's kind of a bit of a shock to me. And even how Flo kind of blew it off. Like, it's just part of our rotation. He didn't give us any insight as to why. Because like I was telling you last night, he played the first two offensive drives and it looked good to me. So
yeah, you had no real you had no sacks, no pressures, no I don't know, man. Maybe it was a cramp. I don't know. Now everyone else was reporting that he was benched. I know I didn't see Flores say anything regarding whether he was benched.
No, he didn't say bench. What he said is our rotation.
Yeah.
Implying that it was a decision to sit him because of a rotation.
Yeah, because they wanted to get some snaps for Austin, right?
Maybe. It's hard to see. It's hard to decipher Flores sometimes.
And Austin Jackson, he struggled yesterday for sure.
I feel like that was like the biggest change because in the first half we were allowing a lot of pressure. Like meaning like they were around him a lot. Like they were moving a lot more bootlegs and stuff like that. But I feel like they changed it once they changed Davis to the right tackle. I mean, yeah, he started left, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they changed him right. I felt like the game got a little slower, like meaning they weren't get there with 4 guys anymore. Like I felt like they forced our guy off their spot in the first half a lot more than in the second half, like in the fourth quarter at least.
It shows me how much they respect Jesse Davis. It really does. We may knock the guy a lot of us may, but I think within that that the coaching staff, I think they respect that guy an awful lot.
But I think that maybe Kinley probably has like a nagging injury, and he just doesn't want to talk about it.
No, but you have to report those things. You get in trouble if you hide that crap.
No, but I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably like something not serious. Like it's like he wasn't feeling 100%.
Then he must have done it walking off the field like Preston did out celebrating.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure something out.
So Tony V asked, "What's the answer to a poor run defense? Is it linebackers or line?" Well, yesterday it was a combination for both. We just didn't have a linebacker athletic or fast enough to tackle Kyler behind the line of scrimmage, and then it's kind of because Raekwon isn't where you want him to be as a nose right now. He's getting there. He's getting better every game, but it's a rookie understanding pad levels and the leverage game right now. And, usually when you got a taller guy, it takes a little bit longer, like Chris Jones. That's why Chris Jones originally started out as a defensive end, then moved inside to a nose tackle once he got the leverage and the pad level down. So it's just a combination. We don't have like a lot of big body gap fillers, especially at nose, and that's just your answer right there in the simplest terms. And Red Dino says, "Hey, Reason, if the O-line is healthy, what would be your starting group?" Well, it would be Austin Jackson at left tackle. At left guard, I would have Eric Flowers. At center, I'd have Ted Karras. At right guard, I would have Solomon Kinley, and at right tackle, I would have Jesse Davis. Again, Hunt struggled yesterday. I don't know what this coaching staff is seeing. Maybe they're just trying trial by fire, but Hunt struggled again yesterday, and it's not. And I don't know how people are putting this together that Kinley did not start struggling until Robert Hunt became a part of that offensive line.
And I'm telling you, man, the ideal switch when Kinley went out is put Hunt at right guard, and then Jesse Davis at left
right tackle.
Right tackle.
I just find it hard to have to keep reminding us of their rookies. You know what I'm saying? They're rookies, and they're playing well for what they are. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're trying to get in there. You see it effort in their plays. It's just sometimes in technique they're not sound. Especially Hunt.
Well, Hunt doesn't have great feet either, right? And that's because he doesn't have. Yeah, well, he just doesn't have quick feet, right? Like in open space, that was his whole issue, was how he's going to be able to take on guys with that great bend who can convert power to speed and speed and power. That was going to be the question with him, because really the reason why he was so successful against Tariq Armstead in the first week was because he just manned him up one-on-one, power on power. Mm-hmm. If when you start shifting around on stunts and twists, when you start using guys with bend around the edge that arc them out wide, that's when you're going to start seeing problems with Hunt, man. And that's been the issue. And the other problem with Hunt, right, is Hunt's communication isn't very good right now. And
what does that mean? What does that mean when you say like pre-snap?
Well, I mean, not relying on him on pre-snap for setting guys up in terms of alignments and shifts. You're going to basically rely on the quarterback or Ted Karras. Mm-hmm. What I'm talking about for an example of what I'm talking about the communication is if you look at Solomon Kinley, if you go back to my film analysis of Solomon Kinley, so many times Kinley would arc his man out wide for Jesse Davis to pick up. Jesse Davis would pick him up and just take him off, arc him even wider out to the right. And then Kinley could come off, disengage that block, and then come off on someone else trying to shoot the A gap. If there was someone coming from the second level, or if they were sending another man on a stunt or a twist, then he could go over to that side and handle that. What you're seeing now is Hunt's not great at Kinley handing guys off to him.
Okay, so it's not smooth.
And then you also saw yesterday, when Kinley left the game, they tried Hunt at right guard for a few snaps, they started off with Jesse Davis at right guard, then Hunt got a few. And there was one of those where pressure came, and it came from the A gap, and it came because they had Hunt at right guard. And what Hunt did was, again, communication. Like, he should have known based off of, they would have communicated, okay, Jesse, he knows who's taking who. Jesse Davis picks up his man, and Hunt comes over and starts doubling the man up on a combo block, leaving the A, and because he came over, now the A gap was even wider, with the glaring hole, and it just got shot by someone. I think they're from the second level, a linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker.
And it was just because, and it's like, what are you doing, man? Like, you got to be smart enough to understand, okay, Jesse Davis has got this guy, now I can move off of him. But there you go. That's an example of aptitude as well.
Okay.
Like Kinley wouldn't have, from what I've seen, Kinley wouldn't have made that mistake.
He would have kept the A gap sound.
Yeah, he would have recognized Jesse's office. He would have shut off of it, and he would and that guy would have been picked up. Because, Kinley was so good where even if he picked guys up late, he was smart enough, or he picked them up just with enough time where he would even get back. And there's examples in the film analysis where he'd get back and he would dive. He did it for bits where he would dive and clear the man out. He would just send his weight and clear the man out. You're not going to get that from Hunt, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We need to lock him
right now.
Lock Kinley.
I feel like at least we have a coaching staff that recognizes that and actually made rotations on the line to try to fix that during the game. When's the last time we seen something like that?
Yeah, my problem with
game.
Kinley was the one who lost snaps when they started doing that, not Robert Hunt. That was my only issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, but I never seen the Dolphins just change their whole line
in game.
Yeah. Because it wasn't working. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, Uncle, I would accept it more, Uncle, if they move Robert Hunt at guard just to test him out. I would agree. I would be more accepting of that.
Yep,
they done that. But
the thing is, they made the change.
Kinley wasn't getting beat. He didn't allow one pressure, one sack, or one hurry.
Yeah, because he was replaced. He was replaced after a scoring drive, a touchdown. So I don't.
Yeah.
It confuses me. It really does.
Yeah, and Jazz at 803 donates $5. He said Ogba had 2 less sacks and the same amount of forced fumbles as Donald. The man is going to get paid big time. And here's it even better. Right now, Emmanuel Ogba's 7 sacks are tied for 4th most in the NFL. His 34 pressures is 6th amongst edge defenders. His 16 run stops is 14th amongst edge defenders. And his 3 batted passes are 2nd amongst edge defenders. So, I mean...
Isn't he under contract?
One more year.
He doesn't have to get paid until. I mean, let's evaluate him again. I mean, I'm not sold on all that. I need. I don't know. As a Dolphin fan, I need a lot more, man. I don't know.
I'm re-upping him after this year, dude.
Oh yeah, after this year, but let's wait until the end, man.
He's going to hit double-digit sacks, and what's impressive about that is, first of all, I predicted double-digit sacks from Emmanuel Ogba, and what's impressive about double-digit sacks from Emmanuel Ogba is you are in a defensive system that predicates team pressure, not individual pressure. That's what I told all of y'all. I'm going to keep saying it every time we go over Emmanuel Ogba. When he signed 2 years, I told each and every one of you, he signed 2 years because he about to get paid in this system, and he's gonna get paid. That's why pull a DVP. They re-up DVP a year before his contract was up.
Yep.
You're gonna pay him a little bit more, but you're not gonna pay as much as when that second year is up. I'm telling you got to go back to beyond Cameron Wake. And speaking of Cameron Wake, I'm going to touch on that in a sec. You got to go back to the Jason Taylor era to when we could set an edge like this between him and Shaq Lawson. Got to keep it, because I'm telling y'all right now.
And Ogunleye.
How much is reasonable, though? What do you think is reasonable? You know what I mean?
I could give him a little north of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
If we're giving Eric Flowers 10.5, I could swallow no 12 from Emmanuel Ogba. Okay, let me put it that way.
How many years though?
He's young still, right? He's still 26 or something. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, he's sub 28 for sure.
I lock him down. I got 1 year left, so yeah, I'll lock him down. I'll add on 2 or 3 on top of that.
Yeah,
Lock him down for 4 or 5 total. I'll do that, no problem. Get him to his either 30 or 31, then reevaluate whether I want, and I'll have an out on the last year.
He just turned 27 on November 6th. Happy birthday, Agba.
So there you go, baby. I'll sign him for 3 more years on top.
I agree. I like Shaq Lawson also, man. I think Shaq Lawson is just not getting there, but he's getting pressured.
He's getting better, man. Every week since he come back since injury. Ever since he missed that game with injury, he's been getting better and better week out. And people aren't realizing it's a bit of a learning curve because that's a prototypical 4-3 end that they're asking to be a 3-4 edge outside linebacker, basically, right?
Did you address it while I was looking for his stats? What kind of signing bonus would you give Agba? Because that's the key. What kind of signing bonus would you give him?
That's what
So basically, you're asking how much guaranteed money am I going to give him?
Yeah. Sorry.
So let's say I'm giving him 3 years, $36 million.
60%, 65.
I'm a firm believer of.
I was going to say, I'll probably guarantee between 24 to 26.
Would you front load it?
Okay.
Yes,
I would front load it, man.
Yes, and because I'm signing for 3 years, right? So I got 4 years left. That 4th year, when he's going into his 31st human year, that's that going into that season is my out.
Okay.
If I don't like what I see from when he's 30, I'm out.
But here's the other side of it.
And that 30 year, because I'm front loading it, it's not even going to be it's not going to be a $12 million hit anyways. I'm paying him his money when he's 27, 28, 29, and then 30, he's going to be low. So the dead cap isn't even that bad. And then the next year, I'm just out of it if I want.
But is he amenable to all of that? Is he willing to gamble? He's going to have another good year next year, get out, become a free agent. What I'm saying is, can he expect more if he continues on this trajectory?
See, I don't know because of the scheme fit. Because he could go sign for some team for 20 million, for 16, 17, 18 million. Then he goes to a 4-3 team and he's not that good.
And he bombs.
He won't have that production, I don't think.
And also, do you think he knows that, though? Do you think he knows that? You think he's aware? I mean,
well, this is my thing. You're giving him a pay increase. And if we keep going on the trajectory, Ken, not only are we giving you a pay increase, but we're giving you a chance at, more winning seasons, because let's be honest, he might have got the ring from Kansas City, but he didn't have an impact.
A few games.
Bottom line,
he was out in week 10, right? After week 10, he was out.
Bottom line, he's on the contract for another year anyway. So
that's what I was going to say. What Reason just said, we keep going up the trajectory, and we keep winning games, keep making playoff appearances, and hey, we may win a Super Bowl. He will be more negotiable. He'll take more pay cuts and be willing to stay with the team. And you look at Bell. I mean, he went straight to the Chiefs. He wanted to win.
Bell's silly. Bell ruined his career, bro. He ain't gonna get no burn over there. And he still might not win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, I'll take that gamble. If I was him, I would take that gamble.
He would have been you can't, man. He would have been a feature back on a team that's going up.
But you gotta look at this.
He would have got paid.
The man's not getting any younger. He's not getting any younger. The tread on his tires is getting used up.
Are we talking about Le'Veon?
Yeah.
You know why?
Because sign him next year.
Because you know what?
No burn. Who's going to sign him next year? Seriously.
We'll probably offer him a low performance ridden contract, and he can just come back here. That's probably how he looked at it. I can either win or I can't, or because let's be honest, Clyde Edwards-Helaire been playing out of his mind since they brought him over here. Exactly. So he can just say, you know what, I didn't get much of an opportunity, and then he'll probably sign another 1 year performance ridden or laced contract.
I was more cool taking him this year, right now, because
we could use him.
So you're saying reason he's a free agent?
Le'Veon's a free agent after this year. He only signed 1 year. He only signed 1 year, right?
Yeah, 1 year.
But next year, I want to draft the best guy. You know what I'm saying? We got those picks.
That was my question.
We hope.
If we sign Bell, does that change our Najee plans?
They want to. Hey, I'm not even. I want Najee, but this staff wanted J.K. Dobbins last year pretty badly. We all saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't
saying,
know.
the first pick with our first second round pick is getting Najee.
Okay, yeah, Najee Harris.
I heard
All
some
right.
rumors that we
Hold
were
on,
looking
hold on a
into
second.
trying to get
I got a
Dalvin
comment
Cook
here.
in the trade deadline.
Say again one more time.
Disrespect.
I heard some rumors that we were
Yo,
looking
not
into
you,
trying.
Pyro. I don't care about Najee. We know that. What did you say? Sorry.
I said I heard some rumors that we were trying to get Dalvin Cook by the trade deadline because they were trying to, get rid of some talent over there because they're in the rebuild type of thing too. That would
Yeah,
have been
you gotta. Yeah, don't they gotta pay? You gotta pay him though, right?
Well, he already signed a contract. We would have just took over that contract. I mean, Dalvin Cook is amazing, man. That guy's. Shoot.
Yeah, but I'd rather draft someone new with his injury history, man. I'm gonna take my. Anyways, the boring says, or the boring whatever says, hi reason. Try some apple cider vinegar tea. It'll help with your sinuses. I think I just have allergies right now, bro, because of my cat. But I don't even want to imagine what that tastes like. Apple cider tea. Oh boy. I can only imagine what that tastes like.
Like apple cider.
Oh my god.
Apple cider is good.
Adrian says, "Man, I don't think they're drafting a running back in the first 2 rounds." Honestly, Adrian. Honestly, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
I'm
I'm gonna go out here. Give me Devontae or Waddle or both, and give me Najee. Let's go. Let's create Alabama South right here offensively. Might as well.
Let's get the Ferraris. Yeah, let's get the Ferraris on the team, man.
You might as well, man. And you got chemistry, right? Here's the other thing you're going to be bringing in when you draft those guys: camaraderie, and they haven't even met anyone on the team because of Tua. Once they're in with Tua, they're in with that team.
Yep,
I agree. It's not like having the hoopty and putting rims on it. No, we got the Ferrari. We need to put rims on it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this: I love DVP, but if we get Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith, they automatically become the most dynamic receiver in that receiver room. I don't care what anyone tells me, man. So
of course,
yeah.
But you still. I think he still stays on the roster. You know what I mean? You get rid of like a Preston, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I don't get rid of DVP.
Yeah.
DVP is the big body receiver that I'll keep, man. That's the whole argument. I only need one DVP. That's why Preston you're going to see him start to become, especially as his offense moves forward. If they draft someone next year, that guy's going to be gunning for Preston's job, not DVP's job.
Yeah, he got such a friendly contract. You got to keep him for the production. You got to keep him. And he's got sure hands. He's not Preston. You know what I'm saying? I call him old throw it up. You throw it up in his vicinity, he gonna go get it.
Yeah, exactly. Old throw it up.
Old throw it up. He's reliable.
And you know what? I don't know what you think, Uncle, but I said this yesterday. The one thing that the good people can find out of Preston missing snaps yesterday was all of a sudden Tua was getting DVP involved. And I was liking what I was seeing from DVP getting the ball in his hands more from what I was seeing Preston Williams, other than the touchdown. Shout out to Preston on the effort for the touchdown because that was quality.
Yeah.
But that was also blown coverage. That's why he was so wide open underneath.
Yeah.
But shout out to Preston for jumping it. And Christian Wilkins, my dude, you're 310 pounds.
Yeah, he got him injured, bro.
You need to stop jumping and doing this stuff because now Preston's out. Because of you, my friend. And I love Christian Wilkins. Christian Wilkins right now, you look at him, 18 run stops. He's tied for 8th best amongst interior defensive linemen this year with those 18 run stops. But my dude, keep your feet on the ground when you're celebrating, dog.
Yeah, bro, I'm like, you're 200 and something pounds.
Yo, he's like 310 and cleats from a 310-pound man landing on the top of your feet.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that is not a good look, my friend.
I have a feeling this game they're not going to allow too much celebrating, dude.
And you know what? Can I be honest with you, bro? I'm cool with like the slick and cool celebrations, but let's act like we've been in the end zone before.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Let's act like this isn't a celebration. Like this is expected.
Yeah, be professional.
That's what I. You know what I used to love about. You know what I love about some running backs? The guys who run it in, even when they're just going up by 6 when they run it in. And what do? They do their little salute or whatever, and then they hand the ball off to the referee, and they keep it moving.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't need a song and dance and a performance from Hamilton. Shout out to Christian Wilkins every time y'all score a touchdown. Act like you've been there before. Act like it's expected. Act like there should be nothing less than touchdowns on your drives.
And go old school.
Now,
Terrell Davis.
unless it's
y'all want
to.
to. Well, yeah, exactly. And y'all want to start whiling out in the playoffs when you score?
Mhm.
By all means, we ain't been there. You can knock yourself out. But let's act like we've been there before. That's all I got to say, because then that injury wouldn't have happened.
I think that's gonna happen though. See, like Flores is one of those guys. He's gonna just like he always does. He's gonna look at that and be like, "Look, see, I let you guys have fun, and y'all was being stupid."
Yeah.
So he got injured because of that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna stop that shit immediately.
Hey, as soon as Wickers come from the sidelines, where you going?
Mm-hmm.
Stop him. Just stop him, man.
And
Well, he
Kyler,
was already being a little goofy, excessive with it. You know.
and Kyler Murray, everyone knows I love you. I mean, everyone knows yesterday, 21 to 26, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, almost. I think he had over 400 yards total from the line of scrimmage.
380, 390, something like that.
380, 390, yeah, because he had over 100 yards, right? Like almost 400 yards. But, dog, why you got to be a sore loser, Kyler? All right? It's bad enough you ain't shaking anyone's hand. Then you're out here downplaying the victory, out here saying, oh, we laid an egg. Dog, you had your best performance as a quarterback at the NFL level, and you want to come out here and say y'all laid an egg. Maybe everyone around you laid an egg, but, I mean, you didn't lay an egg. So, I mean, shake the man's hand. Don't be a sore loser. Like, that's just a bad look, Kyler, man. Like, come on.
Bro, I remember when they asked him a question like, "Oh, hey, Kyler, so what happened out there?" or something like that. I mean, he was like, "Oh, well."
Yeah, he didn't answer for like 35 seconds.
I'm
Bro,
telling
I'm
y'all.
like,
He didn't shake to his hand because he went to the locker room waiting for Zane Gonzalez to get. He was plotting on how I'm gonna handle this guy when he gets back here. Am I gonna jump him? Am I gonna beat him with a bag of footballs? Is me and the team gonna stomp him out with their cleats on? They were thinking, what are we doing to this guy when he walked back here?
I'm a little upset. I wanted to hear the doing. You know, I wanted to hit that. I wanted that to hit the doing. I wanted to hear that.
Y'all know what Kyler was doing, right? Kyler went over to the guy's loafers and was dropping those rabbit niblets in the loafers, man, and saying, "Yo, screw you, bro." That's what he was doing.
Bro, yeah, man. I was like, dang, man, this guy is a sore loser.
Yeah. He wanted that, man. I'm telling y'all, he's feeling that first loss to Tua.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Because you know what I'm telling y'all, you know what he thought? I'm in my second year.
Mhm.
Our offense as a whole is in their second year. We're upgraded. We're all more veterans than what this offense coming in is, and especially their quarterback. We should be able to handle them. Then he sees his defense can't handle Tua. His kicker blows it. And Kyler's probably like, what else do I got to do for all of y'all? And whether he's right or wrong, like that's probably his mentality, bro, the competitive spirit. But, man, be mad at your team, but shake to his hand. You got to give the kid
man.
Well, like Shannon Sharp said, to Kyler daddy.
It's the Orange
That's what
Bowl.
he said.
It's
He
the
said
Orange Bowl
to
all over
Kyler
again.
daddy. He went over there, fourth quarter. Tua had 10 points. Kyler had 0. He his daddy.
Yeah, man. I mean, he was. I was like, wow, man, because he just had a beeline to the locker room. I was like, dang, this guy's not gonna shake Tua's hand. And you see Tua looking around for him. I was like, oh man, please don't let that get to you, Tua.
You know what's crazy? Tua would have did that. It would have been all over the news. Kyler's
Tua
so
will never do
electric.
that.
Yeah,
Tua will never do that.
Kyler's
Never.
so electric.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That they ain't even going to bat an eye to it, which I think that's wrong already.
Tua was to do it. His father would hit him beside his head the next time he saw him.
Well, Tua's too disciplined to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, he respects Tua. I think respects the game.
And he's too humble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he respects the players too much, no matter what happens. He doesn't take it personal.
Guys, I love my quarterback, yo.
Yeah, man.
Yo, word.
God damn.
How about his press
Word.
conference after the game, dude?
Buddy, he sounded like
Beautiful.
Tom Brady, bro. Guys out here sounding like Tom Brady with his answers, giving
Yeah,
you
man. I was like, dang, this guy like
team-oriented answers and
bro. He
giving
was
you the right
answering the
answers.
questions
Man.
like he been
Saying
playing. in the
Kyler
league
may be the fastest
5
quarterback
years.
or is the fastest quarterback in the NFL. Bold
And-
statement.
And
So, yeah, it's a bold statement.
showing, I could say we have the most responsible starting quarterback in the NFL in regards to
Face
wearing
mask.
face masks.
Yes.
Yo,
Exactly.
under that
exactly.
face mask, he had a big old smile. You
smile,
could tell.
yeah.
Oh,
man.
by the way, they all had to wear masks. The team is on a different protocol. Like they're not on the same protocol as the other teams, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
I just hope nothing happens to the season. I hope it continues. Based on the coronavirus and stuff. I hope that just has nothing to do with the schedules. Still, I mean, if they have to switch things around, they do what they have to do. But I just hope the season doesn't stop.
Yeah, they're talking about maybe an 18-game schedule. I think they're voting on it today for a supplementary plan, and they would change the playoff seeding too. It would go differently. It would go by actual wins rather than your division wins.
Man, stop letting
titles.
these guys go out and celebrate, man. You better put some bouncers on these guys and stop
Yeah.
letting them go out.
But they're
That's
allowed
it.
to. They're allowed to, though. That's the
I
thing.
know, but that's what we need to do if we want to have the whole season. We need to have the NFL have some bouncers over there, and you go out, you get beat up, bro.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, it looks like the cases are going up, but the death rate is,
Is this for this year, Rhino? You're talking about the 18 games?
Yeah, there was a possibility they were going to vote on it. I don't know what came of it.
Yo, all I gotta say is this.
18 week, not 18 game. 18
Yo,
week.
my daughter is due December 20th.
That's on what?
Like, how many weeks before the playoffs start? Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, probably like a month
3
before
or 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think when we play, isn't it January 3rd or something like that? Or was
Yes.
it when
Yes.
we play Buffalo or whatever?
Yes, January 3rd.
So at earliest, what, January 9th or 10th?
The season ends, on January 3rd.
Yeah, so the 9th or 10th.
I wish. Yeah.
Yo,
the 22nd of Sunday.
I don't know how I'm gonna keep doing it, y'all, but the content's gonna keep coming, baby. I don't know how, but it will.
Damn.
You're gonna be whispering on a baby monitor. That's
No.
what you're gonna be doing.
Nah, B, we're starting to like build a studio in the basement for me, so baby all the way upstairs and I'm downstairs.
But
That's
you know
awesome,
the reason, man. I wish.
Hey, God bless, man.
I wish.
Yeah, God bless.
Seattle would have took care of business in Buffalo, man.
Yeah.
How sweet would it have been? We the AFC East tight on the line, and Tua and Allen going at it, man. That would have been just amazing, man.
Yeah.
And then Tua wins it. He holds up the trophy. Oh my
God,
God!
that's what's gonna happen.
Guys,
We're gonna beat Buffalo.
I appreciate
We don't-
everyone in the comments giving me congrats. Yo, this is my second child and it's my second daughter. I have a 2.5-year-old. So
You always loved it. It's my
I got
second
2
daughter.
kids, man. And I die a little bit every day, man. They take everything.
yeah, bro. Dog, all I gotta say is our creator blessed me with 2 daughters because he's punishing me for my 20s, basically.
Bad reason. Bad reason.
Man. Hey, it's
Yo,
what it
I've
is.
wanted a boy since I was like 5 years old. I even had a name lined up for a boy. Well, I can say the name because I'll never have a boy now. But I wanted a boy named Tristan since I was like 5 years old.
Good
But
name.
reason. Guess what?
It ain't happening
Third time's the charm.
unless me and the wife divorce and I marry a younger woman and we pop off.
Hey,
Hey, I'm sure there's an alternate universe out there where that's
It's happening right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
third time's the charm, bro. Third time's the charm.
Yo, are you crazy with me right now? I'm not trying.
I'm trying to give you hope, man. Come on now. You gotta,
Bro.
Man, shit.
really.
I'm not going for a third time, bro.
No, hell no. I'm
Nah,
gonna
B.
be Smith.
Nah. Bro, she's talking about that. I'm like, yo, dog, I don't know, man.
Do it reason.
I don't know if I'm man enough to do that, B. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest
hey,
with you.
Hey,
Hey,
it's reversible, man.
I don't mean to
I'm-
scare you, but the snip don't always work. My brother-in-law, he got it snipped.
Hey,
he
but
got a
it's
third kid.
reversible, though.
Well, no, he didn't have it reversible. It just didn't take.
Or the wife told him he has a third kid, and it's really
no.
I'm just, yeah.
I was just snipping. I ain't even telling nobody, man. She show up pregnant. There's a problem.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem, man.
I don't know if I can. I just don't know if I can sit in front of a doctor and let them put something near him. I'm sorry, man.
The fence is gonna take over, right? It's like automatic. Don't do that.
No, bro, I don't care how much they say. The fact that, like, you're gonna have to put me asleep.
Yeah.
You can't freeze. Like, freezing me is not enough. You got to knock me out, bro. You got to freeze me and then knock me out, because I ain't trying to, like, look. What am I gonna look down and watch you, like, cut up my?
No.
So I think I'm seriously debating it, because I've just seen what my wife carrying 2 children already. I see what she did for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the least I could do for her. Because I wouldn't want her to get. She don't want no more children.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't even know if I can do that for my mother, and my mother pushed me out, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. There's just some things where I'm like, I want that to be me. You know what I mean?
But I mean, when they use a pill, or when they do an IUD, I think I'm saying.
Well, I would never ask a woman.
But when they do all of that, it messes with their body,
But I would never ask a woman to get that done, because that's actually a legitimate dangerous surgery for a woman, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would never, like, honestly, like, all jokes aside, if it came down to it, clearly I would take the bullet on that one. I'm not gonna, because there
are other reasons to have that done. My sisters, they've had that done, but for other reasons. So.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying in general, it's dangerous, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Richard,
don't they usually do it
if I'm satisfied
when
with
she delivers?
Center. I'm not satisfied. Karis is all right, Richard. I'm cool with that. I know you've been asking about Creed Humphrey. I like Creed Humphrey. But I think there's still other guys. Like, I like Trey Hill from Georgia. I like Dickerson from Alabama. I like Myers from Ohio State. There's other good centers out there. Now, is Creed Humphrey the second best lineman next to Penei Sewell in the draft? 110%. But we could still add one of those other players I named and still, use that, because I think you're going to have to use that second first-round pick on Creed Humphrey. And if it's in the mid-20s, I don't even know if Creed Humphrey's going to be there, because look at how high Cesar Ruiz went this year, and Creed Humphrey is just as good, if not maybe better than Cesar Ruiz. So I don't know if they're going to be in a position to draft him with that second pick. If they did, would I be mad? Hell no. But then, I mean, I've told everyone, if they come away in that first round with Penei Sewell and Creed Humphrey, that's a very good outcome. That's probably one of the best outcomes you could have. You know what I mean? Penei Sewell and Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle, that's an amazing outcome. Micah Parsons and Creed Humphrey, amazing outcome. Micah Parsons and one of those receivers, amazing outcome. Y'all know I want Rashad Bateman if they're willing to make that jump too, because that's my wide receiver 1. It's not even Devontae or Jalen. It's Rashad Bateman from Minnesota. There's other options. If they want to, put Kyle Pitts or Pat Freiermuth with that second pick with Gesicki, and try to replicate what they did in New England, I'm cool with that. Like, this is a very, very deep draft. It's just in certain positions, like interior linebacker, it's top heavy. Like, my thing is, we're gonna have to get our interior linebacker in the first 2 rounds. That's where the issue becomes. So, and by issue I mean, if Penei's gone, go get that interior right, because I'm fine with the Dylan Moses. I love Dylan Moses, as y'all saw from my top 25. Obviously, y'all know how I feel about Parsons. I love me some Nick Bolton from Missouri. I love me some Chaz Surratt from North Carolina. The problem is, it's a kind of a top-heavy linebacker class. So, interior linebacker class, I should rephrase that. So, you're going to have to settle that with one of your first 4 picks. I think you're going to need a running back, because I don't know if they're going to re-sign Breda. And I don't know, from what we've seen right now, y'all are seeing exactly why they wanted to add Le'Veon Bell. Mm-hmm. Injuries aside, even when Gaskin and Breda were healthy last week. And then I think we need to continue. This receiving core needs reinforcements, and they need legitimate reinforcements. It's enough of the UDFA pool. We need more than a 7th round pick, Malcolm Perry. We need to, especially because DVP's contract is coming up. And I believe next year Preston's only on a 3-year deal. So Preston's contract ends after next year as well, too. So we need reinforcements coming in. And we've got 4 picks in the first round. So we've got the luxury that we can use some of that capital. So
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro.
Do you think Albert Wilson ain't gonna make this look good though? A little bit. You don't think his speed and everything like that? You don't think?
I think he's the perfect receiver, but we need more than just Albert Wilson because
I agree.
He's got an injury history too, right? So
yes.
That's the thing with everyone: Preston, Devontae, Jakeem, even now what's his face, Albert Wilson, even Alan Hearns when he comes back. All these guys have injury histories.
Yeah.
So and then beyond that, what do we got? Malcolm Perry. Mac Hollins is signing. He has an injury history when he was with the Eagles. Then we got Kirk Merritt, Matt Cole. So then we got like a bunch of UDFAs. So that's my thing too. Like you've got the capital, invest it, man. It's okay to get weapons. Like
you feel like receiver is more needed or running back?
I think both are high priorities.
What would you do?
Like my top 4 priorities right now, well, top 5, and they're all really tight, are I still think we need a solid right tackle. I don't think Hunt's the answer. I think he's a guard. I think he's a guard. Like I evaluated him coming out. I think we're going to need a running back. I think we need a receiver. We definitely need a nose tackle, but that nose tackle, again, I want Tyler Shelvin from LSU. Again, you might have to use that 4th pick, that second, or that first third, or you might have to move up because you put Wilkins and Raekwon on either side of Tyler Shelvin, and our run defense next year is going to be disgusting. And so we need a nose and we need an interior linebacker. So yeah, that's 5, right? Running back, receiver, right tackle, interior linebacker, and nose.
You said they're all close. They're all close.
And they're all very close.
What do you think on that list that we can address on free agency? On that list, what do you think we can address in free agency?
Well,
and
I'm
not
sure
make it a draft priority. You know what I mean? Like, because it's impossible to do all of that and get the right guys.
I agree. Well, the problem is the skill positions are going to cost money. So running back and receiver, I would rather address with the draft. Like, I'm fine if they go get Juju Smith-Schuster because of his relationship with Tua. But now that's kind of, EM's not wrong. That's kind of the same receiver as DVP. The only thing is you're upgrading the chemistry. So then you got to move off Preston, at least in that scenario. So, yeah, receiver, I don't know if I'd upgrade it. Plus, Albert Wilson's coming back, so you're getting kind of a free upgrade. Running back, I mean, you could go again. You could turn to Le'Veon and go giving him an incentive-ridden deal, and then all of a sudden you don't got to use – let me put it this way. Wide receiver and running back, I want one of those 4 picks used on him. Okay,
yeah,
on
I
those
agree.
positions.
100%. I want both. I want 2. But.
Yeah, right tackle. I don't want to pay a right tackle 14 or 15 million. I'd rather get you on a 4-year and option deal. So I'm targeting Panay Sewell. And then linebacker. Linebacker, I want to address in the draft. So, if you can find a nose on the market and where you can afford to wait out after those first 4 picks, and if Tyler Shelvin's there in the 3rd, then you can take him. I think that seems more feasible than all of a sudden maybe reaching a little bit on Tyler Shelvin and at the end of the 2nd to make sure no one else gets him.
Do you think Jesse Davis wouldn't be more serviceable for another year
as a swing?
Yeah. I wouldn't even mind that we trade one of our first round picks and get more picks for later on. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I think we got like 11 picks. Schedule,
I think we got like 11 picks though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying for future, maybe we get another number 1 for that first Houston Texan pick.
It's
Yeah,
like,
but yeah, my just thing is like, man, I'm gonna stick to my stance. Like, Panay Sewell to me, he's the best tackle I've seen since Orlando Pace. Like, and I can, I can make the argument. Not only is he the best tackle, he's probably one of the best players to come out in the last 10 years. And my thing with the right tackle. Here's my thing with the tackle. Going back to back tackles. Austin Jackson's the left tackle. That's incoming traffic for Tua. I don't got to worry about that. This is why I was so adamant about getting Wirfs this year. All right. And because now we got to convert. So my thing is, if I'm going to, like how the Browns did with Jedrick from right to left, we just got to go the opposite way. Panay is so super athletic. He's going to blow up the combine better than Wirfs did or Becton did, clearly. And that is your ideal shit, and that's your ideal suit. And here's my thing. We are no longer dealing with oncoming traffic on that right side. That is now the blind side. That is now next to your franchise quarterback. That right tackle spot is the most valuable spot on that offense.
Let me ask you a question. If we that would have to be our first round pick, like our number one pick.
Nice, well,
from
yeah.
Houston.
100%,
yeah. So that means that we're not going to get, the sexy wide receiver, or because we are moving up in the standings, we're going to move down in the draft. The better we do, the further away.
There'll be options, because I think Devontae Smith will be gone if you're in the 20s, 110%. I think Rashad Bateman will probably be gone. I do expect Jamar Chase to fall a little bit because he's not playing. And I think Terrace Marshall out there has really raised his stock, the receiver from LSU. The guy who, if he falls to 20, if we're drafting like 24, 25, the guy who I really, really think we should give a hard look at, I don't care if he's 5'9", 5'10", Rondell Moore. Rondell Moore in this offense with Tua Tagovailoa would be very, very special, because I've said on record, if Rondell Moore was 6 foot, 6'1", it wouldn't even be close as to who the wide receiver one in this draft is. The only thing that's holding him down is his size. And he opted out this year, so he may fall as well because he opted out, because he had in his size and the fact he opted out. He can go have a crazy combine like I think he's going to have, but the fact he opted out and his size, I don't know if he'll go top 15, even top 20. So, because Rashad Bateman, Devontae Smith, 6'1", even Jalen Waddle. What if Jalen Waddle, they're saying he might be ready to go for his combine. What if Jalen Waddle says, yeah, I'm good to go for the combine, but I don't want to risk it?
That's what I want.
Now you got Jalen Waddle might slip a little bit. Now I don't think he'll get out of the first, but he could very well be sitting there in the 20s, how Justin Jefferson was in the early 20s, et cetera, et cetera. So that, Jalen Waddle or Rondell Moore, those are the minds, because I think I'm really, that first pick, I'm investing in either a Panay Sewell or a Micah Parsons. I'm not taking that receiver up there. I don't think there's a receiver will have that justified top 5 pick in the draft. So I also don't think there's a running. Like, I love Travis Etienne, but I'm not spending top 15 capital on Travis Etienne. It's just not happening when you got Gainwell and Najee Harris in the second round and other guys I've mentioned before. So I'm totally fine with the line. I want that linebacker, or if the Houston pick even falls down a bit and we miss on Parsons and we miss on Panay, and we're closer to 10, I wouldn't mind a Dylan Moses all day, baby. I'll go. Dylan Moses is a true Mike. I've said this before. Parsons has got to be used outside in, not inside out to begin for the verse, because coverage is really his weakness right now.
His injuries don't concern you at all?
Who? No. He had that injury last year, right? And he's back. Mm-hmm. He's playing well. Dylan's special, man. Dylan Moses is Dylan Moses, if it wasn't, Dylan Moses would have been the first linebacker off the board last year, and if it wasn't for a transcendent player like Parsons, he'd probably be the first linebacker off the board this year too, man. Yeah. I really like him, man. I think Dylan Moses is special. But anyways,
how far do you think Moses falls?
I don't think he gets out of the top 15.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so there's tackles I like too, but I don't know. Like Alex Leatherwood, I like, but I think he's kind of overrated.
How far what's the where would you pick him?
Who, Alex Leatherwood?
Yeah, if he was there, the lowest. Where do you think?
I mean, if he's there in the 20s, let's talk
20s. Okay.
I mean, there's going to be people that are going to have him in the top 10. There's going to be people who aren't that high on him, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just not that high on Alex Leatherwood. I don't know what
some people love him. Some people love him. Yeah.
Yeah, they love him. They love him a lot, man. I'm just not. And I was pretty high on Jedrick Wills last year. So
I would go, tackle in, top 4 picks. I don't know. I don't think I think we could address tackle and free agency. I don't know.
You got to pay money though, man. You got to pay 14 or 15 million a year for that position.
Well, they said that about edge rushers, and we went and got some guys, on some prove-it deals, and I just have complete faith in our coaching staff, man. I just really think they make guys better. They get the right guys, So I'm kind of like, yo, let's go get the sexy picks, and we'll address all the nitty-gritty fundamental guys. Let Flores go get those guys. You know what I'm saying? Let him look at some tape, and him and Greer is going to make it happen.
I don't know, man. Penei Sewell is the sexiest non-quarterback pick you can make.
Yeah, I get that, but
I agree, man. Give me that Sewell, bro. I was all on.
Yeah, give me. I'm telling y'all, give me that that Las Vegas Raiders offensive line. Give me that Indianapolis Colts offensive line, and they invested high capital in all those guys, right?
And reason we said is, I think after the game of Sunday, Tua was getting that ball out with I would say a subpar offensive line play, right? Now you give him an elite offensive line play. Oh my God! Just imagine.
Yep.
You're still gonna have to get a running game. That's number one.
Yeah. That's where Najee comes in.
Like, I'm really high on Abraham Lucas from Washington State, who I think is the best right tackle in this draft. I've also mentioned I'm really high on Jackson Carman from Clemson too. But Penei Sewell is just, I mean, we are talking about an absolute. I mean, I called Tristan Wirfs a freak. I don't even know if there's a word in the English dictionary for Penei Sewell, because he's whatever's above a freak. That's what Penei Sewell is, man. And like I said, man, here's my thing. You know why it's worth investing? And then this is my argument that I've said to this to people. You know why it's worth investing a top 5 or top 3 pick in Penei Sewell? Because now it goes back to kind of what you just said, Uncle Slap. You can spend less money on those sexy positions in terms of I can go get an average running back, and guess what? That offensive line with Penei Sewell is going to make him a 900 or 1,000 yard back. An average receiver who isn't a natural separator. That offensive line is going to give Tua time to sit back and survey, and guys time to get open. And again, average receivers, because of Tua having an elite quarterback with now having an elite line in front of him, Tua is going to make players even better around him, and average guys are going to look good. And they're going to, and we're going to be the franchise where guys leave us and get paid, and people are going to wonder, why aren't they that good?
Exactly.
And it's because we made them good.
And
not like that's what when you turn into that, that's when you're talking championship.
And think about the draft capital we can get. It's just gonna keep recycling, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care if the Jets get Trevor Lawrence. It doesn't matter. It doesn't put them in a better position than we are right now. We are in a position to take control of the AFC for years. That's what I see, is that we're in a position to do that. Now we have to, execute our game plan and get all that right. But I just feel like no matter who's on the field, I mean, the Bills is going to be done. I'm telling you, they're not going to be. They're going to be in second place.
Yo, Richard, I want to just address you because I know you're really harping on the center thing. Don't be surprised because I had Creed Humphrey number 10 in my top 25 players to watch. Don't be surprised if they give Michael Dieter a legitimate shot at center.
Exactly. We keep
He
forgetting
played.
about
I keep telling all y'all this. He played center at Wisconsin, not just guard.
Yep.
And they
Played
are
both.
legitimately grooming him right now behind Karras. So, Shaq Calhoun, all those guys, they got shown the door. Dieter didn't, and they clearly got a plan for Dieter. That's another reason why they might not spend high capital on a center, even though there might be a player staring them in front of the face. Now, I think if Humphrey's sitting there at 23, 24, and Humphrey's sitting there, yeah, they'll probably take Creed Humphrey. But if Humphrey's gone, don't expect them to reach on a center because I think they might give Dieter. Now, will they bring in competition for him? Yes. I just don't think if a elite talent like that is gone, I don't think they're going to reach on someone just to say we got a center. They'll go fill another need, and then they'll come back, add someone that can compete in camp with Dieter and see what they got.
Yeah,
So,
man. And we got a good offensive line coach too.
yep, Steve Marshall. Shout out to Steve Marshall. So, guys, we just hit the 2-hour mark. Let's go through some final thoughts here. We'll start with you, Rhino. Give me your final thoughts, buddy.
I think what happened on Sunday is a positive step for the franchise. I think we found our potential franchise quarterback, and even though our defense gave up a lot of points, they played well when they had to against a very good offense and probably an MVP caliber player within the next 2 or 3 years. So I like our future. I like where we're heading. I like the bold, tough decision that Flo and the coaches made to start Tua. It was a big thing. It looks small now, but it was a big thing at the time to replace Fitz, and I like those kind of decisions, and it gives me a lot of hope. And fins up.
Uncle Slap, your final thoughts, buddy.
Yo, man, I'm just appreciative that you guys let me come out here and give me the opportunity to even talk to you guys. I've been watching y'all for a while, man. Reason I respect the whole breaking down. I know how much time it takes out of your schedule, bro. I couldn't do what you do, man. You break down everything. You let everybody know. This is the only place that I can actually get information, man. It's sad what they do on the mainstream. They're talking about, blowout wins for Brady and the bums over there, and then we have a great game, the game of the week, and we can't get no spotlights, man.
That's right.
It's a sad thing what they're doing. They'll talk about the Cowgirls, all week, and they don't got no wins. You know, I just feel like you guys do a lot, and I come up on here, man, and I love it. I enjoy hearing that, and I'm just appreciative you guys put me on here, man.
Appreciate you, homie, man. And here's the one thing. There's no time right now for that Las Vegas game, and you could bet your bottom dollar that's going to be moved to a primetime slot, whether it's on Saturday. They're gonna flex that to a Saturday spot. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. Hey man, I know you said you were nervous to start off. You did a great job, bro.
Amazing.
Don't be afraid to come back on whenever you want, man.
For sure.
Pyro, let's see what you got to say, for homie.
Well, first off, I'm glad you're here, Uncle, man. You got your opinions out there, man. Everybody know who you are. They know, how you feel about this team. I'm glad you up here on the panel, man. But I just feel like I'm glad that once again, Flores just have to prove the media wrong again. It's just, I bet Flores is tired of proving these people wrong. I mean, it's just like, I don't know why they're so quick, especially with the Dolphins. They're so quick to jump to conclusions every time this team does anything, whether it be starting to tanking or whatever the heck they were saying last year. I mean, the writing was on the wall last year. This team is going to be something in the future. Hopefully, we all as fans, we can get out of this pit of mediocrity and get there, man. And I'm just glad that we finally got glimpses of a franchise quarterback. I mean, and he was put the situation he was in his second game to the other team score. Okay, you got to score. I mean, that the pressure was on him, but he didn't play like that. So man, that's just for me. That's a highlight of Tua for me. But as always, man, as always, root against the Texans.
Always root against the Texans, right?
Yes.
Hey, which one of you guys gonna send an anonymous letter to Undisputed to tell him to test Skip Bayless for meth? Because this guy is out of control.
Yeah, for sure.
He said his passes were hanging up there. This guy is out of control.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's crazy, bro.
So, guys,
looking for college, bro.
There's 123 of you. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. We just passed 1750. Let's get to 2,000 over the next couple weeks. Then we'll do a giveaway. If you'd like to donate to the channel, paypal.me/Finside. Become a Finside the NFL Patreon. We just added the $2 level and join the 15 Patreons we currently have. And y'all already know who they are. Of course, we got the homie who's up here right now, Rhino Sith. He was one of the original OG. Him and Infinite Trauma were our very first two. And then we got, of course, Marino's Goat, Red Dino, Big Time, our latest Patreon, Conflict. We got Ricketic, we got Slim Pickens, we got Mr. 2-Bit, Seth, Ramon Casillas, KA All Day, Joe B, Shake Money, and Fake Spike, and Shake. Y'all already know what it is. And then, guys, beyond that, let's see. Go to patchvibes.com. Use the code FINSIDE. Get 25% off. That is going to be changing after tonight. So I think this is the last day y'all have to get 25% off. So go check that out. And then, guys, go grab the official Finside the NFL merch.
Fire.
It's got 5 different designs, including that famous bus tickets out of Miami with Josh Rosen in line. Y'all already know what time it is. You can check it out. 5 different designs for y'all to pick from as I scroll through them all for you, including that all 22 or nothing. You already know what it is over here. And speaking of all 22 or nothing, guys, we're going to be back. I'm going to be back tomorrow night with probably Ball Game Andy M around 9:30, and we're going to go over Tua Tagovailoa's every drop back from the all 22 because it came out just about an hour and a half before I ended up going live tonight. Didn't come out at its normal time. So I'll break that down for y'all tomorrow.
Wait.
So
You got
we'll
a donation raising in case you missed it.
Oh, true. And shout out to Jazz at 803 with a $2 donation. It says shout out to Canada. Shout out to you, homie. Shout out to Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah,
love all of y'all continuing
Perfect.
continuing to show us nothing but love, man. Appreciate every single one of you. So again, tomorrow night, guys, all 22 breakdown, every single drop back of Tua Tagovailoa, because y'all know what it is over here. It's all 22 or nothing. So we'll be back tomorrow night. And until then, y'all already know what time it is. It's Fins Up all day, every day. And guess what, guys?